This is a presentation on Henry Hudson by Taylor Swift. So who is he? Henry Hudson is discovered the Hudson Strait, Hudson River, and Hudson Bay. Henry's birthday and death date are unknown, but many think that he was born around September 2nd, 1570, and his death is thought to be around 1611. Henry Hudson's goal was to find a northwest passage to Asia to make it easier for trade, but ended up helping with the settlement of North America. Henry Hudson had 4 voyages and failed from different conditions. Why did they all fail? What were the issues? There were large levels of ice throughout all of his voyages, and the ships during the time weren't built to go through ice. Levels of food were already running low, and also the temperature was really cold, which could lead up to hypothermia if not taken care of. The cold also led up to sicknesses throughout the crew members. There was a lot of fog where they were sailing, which could result in wreckage of ships, and risk of getting thrown off course were high. The Native Americans attacked the men on the 3rd voyage when they pulled over for food, and the Native Americans killed the watchman. The watchman is the man who watches out for ice and makes sure that the boat isn't about to hit it. The final issue would be the last and final voyage, where the crew and the boat got stuck on ice and were forced to wait until it melted. Why was he so ambitious to find the passage? Henry Hudson wanted to find the Northwest Passage to make trade easier for Spain, France, and England. The trade in Asia contained silk, jewels, and spices that were not available in Europe at the time, unless traded. Fun fact: spices were used to preserve food. They were also used as medicines, and some places used spices as currency. What were his voyages and where? His first voyage started in 1607. He went along the coast of Greenland. Spitsbergen Island was discovered by this voyage. He also became known as the godfather of the whale industry due to his observations of whales swimming alongside the ship. Second voyage in 1608, which 3 months right after his first voyage. He sailed northeast, this time from England, went as far as Nova Zembla but failed due to the large blocks of ice. By this point, England turned him away for another voyage, growing tired of the money spent on them just for them to fail. This caused Henry to turn to the Dutch, which is England's biggest trade rivalry. Voyages and locations continued. The 3rd voyage started in 1609 and was supported by the Dutch. Instead of heading through icy water like before, he chose to head towards North America. On July 12, 1609, the Half Moon Henry's ship sailed along the coast of Newfoundland in New France. In Maine, the crew got caught in a terrible fog. After the fog, they went on land and traded with the natives. When he returned to England, he was arrested for treason less than a day when he got back. The Dutch navigator Block was sent to look after the new-found land Henry had discovered. He returned with beaver fur and Native American captives. Block's explorations led to a new and the first trading post in 1614. This became New York's first permanent settlement in 1624. Hudson's 4th and final voyage started in 1610, when he was released from jail. This time, England begged Henry to sail for them as they needed a route to Asia, and Henry was the most experienced sailor of them all in England. April 17, 1610, the ship set sail from England. Only 8 months of supplies were loaded, but little did the crew know they needed more than that, way more than that. There were fights between the crew members and threats made against Henry on a daily, and the crews reached Iceland 1 month later. The weather caused them to stay in harbor for another month, and by June, Hudson and the crew could see Greenland, although their attempt to land was canceled by the cold, icy wind and ice blocks. The wind ended up getting the crew sick and pushed the ship east, causing the group to go off course. But was this just destiny? Was it good? This sent them down what is now known as the Hudson Strait, which was discovered by Henry. Henry Hudson's group got stuck on an ice block in the bay, now known as Hudson Bay, causing them to wait longer. But by this point, food was running low, and the crew was getting sick from all the waiting. When the ice melted, the fights became larger and caused the crew to throw off those 6 weakest members not meant for the job, Henry Hudson and his son, onto a lifeboat, and sent them away, basically saying goodbye forever. The 8 were never seen again, and some believe that they were lost at sea and got sick and died of hunger. When the rest of the crew returned, none faced charges for treason against their very own captain. So to sum it all up, Henry Hudson is a man of great ambitions. He doesn't care if he fails. He still goes on with what he wants. Henry Hudson is the man that we should all look forward to. He is the man who discovered all three Hudson Bay, Strait, and River by accident. Nobody really discovers things on accident like he has. He became the man of the discovery. Henry Hudson was an English navigator. He traveled far and wide and found Hudson Bay. He went all the way from England to North America, got stuck on blocks of ice and couldn't find his way back. He died a legacy, and he will remain a legacy throughout the Americas and all across England. Everyone should look up to a man like this. Thank you for watching.